How you doing, guys? I wasn't planning on making this video, but I'll go into why in a few minutes. I've lived in this neighborhood primarily for about 30 years now, and I've watched most of these kids grow up. Funny, some of the kids I remember in diapers are now driving around in vehicles. Some of them are approaching 30 years old. And I got to know their families pretty well. I got to know some of the kids pretty well. There was this one bubbly little girl, always joking around, always happy. And noticed one day a few of us were in my driveway, and she's walking by. She was still young. Well, she gave us this really cautious look and gave us a wide berth walking by us. I said to a friend of mine, I said, that's really odd. I figured, okay, she must be intimidated because there's a group of guys drinking beer in the driveway. Well, kind of find out that wasn't the case. This family had family friends. As a matter of fact, in the current complex I'm living in right now, their son was babysitting this girl for quite a few years. What nobody knew was that their minor son was molesting this girl. At the time, I believe she was about 10. This went on for several years. No one had a clue. She never said a word to her parents. She never said a word to anybody. For some reason, maybe fear, she kept silent. It was some time later, she mentioned it to a friend of hers, a school friend. Well, her friend didn't quite know what to do, so she went home and told her mother. When she was over her house, this girl's mother said to her, "Is this true?" The little girl looked down and went like this. She immediately notified the parents, who notified the police and proceeded to move out of this complex. As it was, the molester was a minor, so he couldn't be jailed, but he was thrown in juvie for quite a while. And this once bubbly little girl, her life was destroyed and had remained in silence for several years. And just a simple mentioning it to a friend was the only reason that anyone found out. My response is to you, Daro Weilburg. You piece of garbage. I was watching JW Victims last night, and I cannot stay silent on this. I've watched a few of your videos, and you come across like a real ass. Yes, I'm one of Jehovah's Witnesses, while you proudly present that idol on your lapel, that button, jw.org. You were not endorsed by the Bible and Tract Society. You know what? You're endorsed by this, son. You're a piece of garbage. Oh, by the way, watching the video, this Candace person has a name, Candace Conti. Apparently you were afraid to mention the whole name. And as far as the perpetrator, her molester, Jonathan Kendricks, who allegedly molested another kid, no, it was a proven fact that he did molest this other kid. I can't say that every victim in the org is on the up and up about the molestation. I 100% can't say that for sure. But are you going to tell me that every one of these people that have come forward, every one of these people that have uploaded videos is lying? You smell a lie. You know what I smell when I watch your video? I smell a piece of garbage, a piece of shit. To automatically assume that they're seeing money because it's all about money, well, let me tell you something, son. You know what's all about money? The org that you defend is all about money. And as far as Jehovah's Witnesses having the right to go to the appropriate authorities, first of all, we've all been in the org. We know who the appropriate authorities are. The Watchtower Legal Department, not the police. How many people have been threatened with expulsion? How many people have been disfellowshipped for going to the police? They're not encouraged to go to the police. That's all on paper to make it sound on the up and up. Daro, you disgusting piece of filth. You piece of garbage. First of all, you have no right even being out here because you're making a total ass of yourself. We already know the Watchtower and Bible Tract Society is a corrupt organization. But to automatically assume that somebody is lying about the molestation, you make me sick. You know what is more disgusting than the child molesters in this organization. And your organization has many thousands in their database that they will not turn over. That's why they were paying fines for several years. You piece of dirt. Do your research, son, because you're making a total fool of yourself. But what makes me sicker than the child molesters in this organization are the enablers like you, because it's garbage like you that makes child molestation in your organization and everywhere possible, because you idiots are in a state of denial. We've all been inside. We all know what goes on, Daro, and you are in a state of denial defending this organization. And those 8 wonderful men in Warwick, those 8 wonderful men in Warwick suck. And you know, Daro, so do you. You suck. Anyways, guys, sorry, after watching that video and listening to this idiot spew, I had to voice my opinion on it. Anyway, sorry, guys. I will be back in a few days. I'll talk to you soon.